I wanted to shoot to you too, man. And this is one of the reasons why I brought you on the show was because you possibly is what I would consider our favorite rapper's favorite rapper. And people don't understand how far your pedigree goes in regards of your contribution to the culture. Like, we've seen people such as Crooked Eye, Chino XL, Cannabis. A lot of people praise you for not only your lyrical acumen, but also the science that you bring to the table and your work consistency. And with Bun B having this badge, did it make you feel sort of way that you wasn't part of that card, or you just took it as a appreciation of what he's done?
No, I didn't. A lot of people was upset. A lot of people in my circle was upset. And a lot of my fan base reached out and they was upset. But I didn't take it like that at all because I looked at the big picture, and the big picture to me was nothing like that had ever been done in the city of Houston, and especially on that platform, which is the rodeo. Which, if anybody, just if you don't really know the magnitude of the rodeo down here in Houston, it's huge. It's a big deal. Yeah. So even the entertainment aspect of it, it's never been something that hip hop has been included in on just a big scale. Every now and then they'll sneak a couple of rappers in there here and there, and it's mostly going to be mainstream artists. But for them to, for whatever reason, because I don't put any weight or any trust or any love to the entities that allowed Bun and those guys to be a part of it, because all they care about is the money. But by whatever means it happened, it was still good for the culture in the city of Houston, because you're talking about 73,000 people coming out to see that event. And even the clips that I watched of the event, I'm watching a whole city in unity in that moment, and they're going back through the history of all those great artists because, of course you got Bun B, of course you got Lil Flip, but you also got ESG, you got Lil Kiki, you got Zero, you got Ronnie Spencer, you got Willie D, you got all these different elements that basically brought the city together, that made the city what it is. So I was happy for them because me knowing all of them brothers, see, it's not like these are just people that, I see from a distance. These people I've been knowing 25, 30 years. So, and we come from the same struggle in this game. We come from the same place. So for me to see them up there, as crazy as it might sound, I still felt like, okay, well, yeah, man, they repping for all of us that's not up there. Now, for whatever reason that I may not have been reached out to, or Point Blank may not have been reached out to get on it, hey, that's something that we can't control, But I don't begrudge nobody's opportunities. And, hey, man, I was glad to see my brothers up there. And they did a great show with no violence, no problems, no issues, because if something like that would have happened, oh man, that would just really, that would have threw a black eye in the game. That would have just been a whole decapitated head. Forget a black eye. So I was grateful that it went through without a hitch, but I was also proud of my boys that they went up there and did their thing. But all that being said, yeah, it was people in my circle that was pissed off. They didn't like that at all. But hey, man, we can't trip on that.
Yeah, and that's good, especially with the whole debacle what happened with Travis Scott and that whole incident.
Exactly.
The city of Houston needed a good look.
Exactly. And the artists you name, and now remember what we talked about earlier in this conversation. We talked about the significance and the relevance of the older rappers. See? So what you had in that case, all those guys I named, Bun B, late 40s. You got Zero, Kiki, Pokey, Flip, all these guys in their 40s, man. So the crowd, the age demographic that's out there to support them are in that same bracket. So you got mamas and daddies and granddaddies and grandmothers out there who grew up on this music these are the individuals who were at this concert for the most part. So these are people who were settled in. They ain't out there fighting and and acting crazy and all that. So it was a good look to me, man. I saw most of the clips and I enjoyed it, man. I was happy to see him do it. Now that being said, I don't ever want people to think that whoever was in charge of the entertainment aspect of the rodeo itself, I don't want the artists who performed or any of the fans to think that they did that out of some great love that they had. This was a business decision, and it looked like it worked out for all parties. So it's all good.